Hello, Bumper Podcast. It's me, Natty Bumpercar. And before our big episode, and this is a big episode because it's number 400, which is huge, I just wanted to say a couple things. I'm sorry that we're in our August doldrums. What are those? Well, late summer, it seems that I'll record an episode, and then a couple of weeks will go by with no episode, and that's where we are. Add on top of that I wanted to have a super special thing happen for episode 400. It didn't, but that's okay, because it'll happen soon enough. So anyway, strap in, get ready, get your bottle, your baba, your whatever you do to listen to this show, and get ready, because here we go. It's episode 400 of the Bumper Podcast. What's going on, Bumper Podcast? It's me, Natty Bumpercar. I'm so happy it's the 400th episode. So what we were going to do was we're going to make a new intro, and we're still working on that because that's how things work. I get big ideas, and then sometimes I can't do them. Also, I've been insanely busy because...
Put it over here.
Oh, hey, guys.
Oh, hey, Natty, how's it going over there?
What's up, Bumpercar? Hey, not much. I'm just hanging out. This is the 400th episode. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Did you guys bring me flowers?
Yeah, well, now we wanted it to be a very special episode. Very special bumper crop. What's it called again?
Well, it's a Bumper Podcast. It's like his name, Natty Bumpercar. So Bumpercar
No,
Pod.
it's-
Is it the Bumpercar Podcast?
No, it's the Bumper Podcast. It's like Bumper Car, but you take off the car, Bumper, and then you put podcast, and then you squish them together. So podcasts are fun. Natty Bumper Car is fun. So you squish them together, and you get podcast or carper. No, I did it backwards.
Yeah, you did it backwards. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah. So Bumper Podcast. But also I've been super busy.
Are we calling napping busy? Because I've seen you sleeping a lot lately.
You watch what?
well-
You watch me sleep?
Well, it's not. We don't. I mean, we have a monitor in your room, and we also have one of those things on the mattress, like they have in a baby's crib, just to make sure that everything is all right.
Why do you have those things? I don't understand.
Well, it's because, like you said, this is a 400th episode. The whole thing is kind of wrapped around you, Bumpercar. And so we figure we're too deep in at this point to be able to switch things up very well. So we just want to protect you.
All right, I appreciate that. So, speaking of protecting me, this is one of the things that's kept me so incredibly busy. So a few weeks ago, in my town, there was a BOE meeting, which is Board of Education, Board of Ed, and these are people that are like elected to, I guess, help the schools get stuff done and whatever. And so they sit on a stage, and there's 1,000 of them. There's a lot of them. There's not 1,000, and they go through all their little notes, and then they hand it over to the crowd, and everybody gets 3 minutes.
Now, 3 minutes, that's more microphone time than you're going to get in any New York City open mic, isn't it?
It's more than an open mic, but it's even more than a lot of bringers. Because if you don't bring enough people, then they ain't going to give you, your full 5.
Yeah.
So 3 minutes, that's good.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
No, so it's crazy because I got up and I was number 21 on the list. There were 21 other people in front of me.
Oh, now, so this is more like a showcase situation, like where you just kind of... did they have a host? How did they do that?
Was it like a name out of a hat type of situation?
No.
Like, oh, you're next.
No.
No.
They had a list, and they just kind of went down the list, and they would call out names. And
now, so legally, what? Now, did you use Bumpercar? Because if you did, we're gonna have to file some legal documents, probably, just because that's supposed to be your stage name.
Yeah.
And were you on a stage?
No, I wasn't representing the company. Don't worry. I used the other name that no one speaks of. But so I get up, and it's been a little contentious through the course of the night.
What is that? Contentious?
It sounds a little bit like a pasta. Like, excuse me, waiter, do you have contentious on the menu tonight as a special?
I'd like a big plate of content. No, it's so contentious means people were kind of arguing a little bit, and that was one of the reasons that I even felt like I had to go and talk. Some friends of mine, we had seen what had happened at the previous meeting, where there were groups of high school kids who were giving a presentation on LGBTQ rights and their experiences, and there were parents in the audience who actually heckled them, who got up and like that kind of stuff to kids.
Nah, I do not appreciate that type of rabble, that type of bluster. No, if they're adults and they're booing children, I don't like that one bit.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. Like, how does that even happen? That doesn't make any sense to me. Really?
It's terrible. Yeah, and so, like, I was watching that virtually on the computer, and I was just like, I can't let those people be the only ones who are getting the chance to talk. Like, I feel like I'm pretty okay talking on a microphone.
Well, I mean, you did buy all these microphones, so I don't know if you're good necessarily, but you certainly know how to, you speak. So that's acceptable, I suppose.
Yeah, next time, if you want somebody who's really versed in the microphone, maybe you should send me. Okay, bro? I'll go out and I'll do the things and I'll say some words and then everybody will sing. It rhymed. I like to make rhymes.
I know you are really good on the microphone. But I don't think you would have wanted to do this. So I get up and there was a person earlier who was speaking, and she said this phrase a couple of times, and then I jokingly, when I went up, and she was making fun of the other people, she called everyone super duper liberal elites, and she made she was mocking people, and so when I got up, I was just like, hey everybody. My name is Natty Bumpercar, and
I thought you say didn't use Bumpercar.
No, I didn't, but
okay.
I didn't want to. Yeah.
All
so,
right.
Hey everybody, I'm Legal Name, and I'm a super duper liberal elite, and it was like I got laughs and claps right off the bat. I was trying to set the tone, set the tenor for my 3 minutes.
So
right?
Wait, you got laughs like first line, like that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get on stage and just hit immediately. We learned that in the New York clubs. They don't like you to monkey around. They just want you to get up, boom, get a laugh, and then roll with it.
Yes, just yes, exactly. And I was in my head, I was even like, oh man, I wish I could do this at a comedy show. But anyway, so then I go into my speech, and I had written a nice speech, and it was all about inclusion and diversity and the importance of experiences, and that your perspectives in life they only grow the more experiences that you have, and the more other kind of people that you get to hang out with that aren't just you. You don't want to live in this homogenous little bowl. Like, you want to throw some yummy stuff in it. Like, if we're a salad, you don't want to just have celery in there. That's not a good salad. Like, maybe let's throw some onions and some tomatoes and some peppers. And
yeah, okay. Are you hungry? Because right now you're making me starving. Like, I can barely stand how hungry I become just listening to your salad analogy.
Now, hold on, and I'm curious now. Your salad thing sounds fine, but I don't love salad. But can we do this with pizza?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like, we just want a plain pizza pie.
No.
Or do you want to start adding stuff onto it, like maybe some Parmigiano, some Reggiano? Ooh. Those are both cheeses.
Yeah, of course. And then you can you can go crazy. Like, look at me, I'm throwing black olives and pepperoni and mushrooms. Yeah, what are those, meatballs? You can. The more stuff you hit I guess you do hit a limit at some point, but like the more stuff you put on a pizza, the better the pizza's gonna be. Same thing happens in life. The more stuff you throw into life, the better off, because you're gonna have a better tasting life.
Yeah.
Maybe I messed it up.
I think we need to workshop this a little bit, and maybe this can be your TED Talk, where you get up and you're like, life is like a pizza pie, and the more toppings you put on it, the better it is. But then you're gonna get, some naysayers are gonna say, oh, but if you put too many vegetables on there, then it's gonna make too much liquid, and you're gonna make the pizza soggy. And then people, do you want spicy sauce, or do you just want a sweeter sauce?
Yeah, honestly, it's the sweet sauce where they put the sugar in it. I don't like that. It freaks me out. I'm like, I want my tomatoes to be robust,
Me too. Anyway, so I gave my speech, and it happened to be the same woman who had said the super duper liberal elites had also said something about Martin Luther King, and she'd made a quote, but then her speech, her talk, kind of veered away from what I feel Martin Luther King was, his true direction, his true feelings. And I randomly had an MLK tweet in my speech as well. And so I just acknowledged that we were both quoting Martin Luther King, but maybe from different perspectives, right? And then the third thing that I did was I kind of said to the crowd, well, I said three things. I said one thing was, because there are people who said they want to teach their kids at home. And I said, if you want to do that, that's great. Start by teaching them empathy.
Now, the textbooks for that, any kind of worksheets or anything?
No, you just teach them to acknowledge other people's feelings and other people's experiences. You know, they're good and they're bad. The suffering and, the highs and the lows. You are acknowledging and accepting and just understanding people's feelings and emotions.
Yeah, because what? We live in a society or something?
I believe we still do, Piggaloo.
And yeah. And so also, like, I forget what else, but then I said something about the prior meeting where they were heckling and being mean to the teenagers who were giving their presentation. And a woman yelled out, "Don't shame the parents!" And I turned and I said, the parents are the ones who were doing this. You are the ones who are responsible for yourselves for saying mean things to children. And then I turned back to the BOE because someone else had done this earlier in the meeting. And I said, can I have my time back? Well, joking, trying to lighten the mood. It was a very tense room. And then, the meeting happened and it ended. And at the end, something that's never happened to me in my life. A big group of people, we'll say like 6 people or so, gathered around the people that I was with, and me in particular, and got all up in my grill, all up in my face, and started threatening me to hurt me, right?
Is this a legal activity? Do you need representation? Because you know that I'm always willing and able, of course.
That's the thing. I actually had to go to the police and file a police report because it was just so bananas. I had to wait inside for 20 minutes. They pulled me onto the stage because they were worried for my safety, and then they had to escort me to the car. It was nuts. Whoa, speaking of nuts, hey, Robot, you sound younger. You're like young Robot now.
Yeah, I got an upgrade. Look at me.
Hey, Natty, it's me, Doodle Poodle. I wanted to say, did you consider making a drawing for the meeting? A lot of people are visual learners.
The dog does have a point there.
Yeah, he really does. But no, I didn't consider that. Hi, Doodle Poodle, by the way. But everything's okay for now. But be kind. Be nice to everybody, okay? This is the 400th episode of the Bumper Podcast.
Bro, why are you yelling? What just happened?
I thought the episode was ending, and so usually we just kind of end on that, I don't know. I got confused. I'm sorry.
Well, Natty, I want to say I'm proud of you, and I'm happy for you, and you got to keep fighting the good fight, standing up for people, getting your foot into the door, making good trouble.
Yeah, thank you, and I appreciate that. But it was a really hard week. It was really a couple of weeks. It's been just mentally, just think about it.
Yeah, and how do the kids take it?
Well, we didn't tell them because we didn't want them to worry. But what I just said mentally, as far as going through it, it also shone a light on me of other people's experiences that they go through this stuff every day. And I just got a taste. And we got to make the world a better place for you and for me and for everybody, okay? Let's do that.
The Bumper Podcast is an oftentimes hilarious weekly romp with Natty Bumpercar and some of his pals. It is family-friendly, clean, and ridiculous. Thanks a bundle for listening. If you love our show and you'd like to help support the podcast, check out our Patreon page at https://www.patreon.com/Natty Bumpercar. Also, pretty please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Share it with everyone everywhere, post about it on all of the social medias, or leave a rating and review. The Bumper Podcast is produced at headquarters in Coffee Can Alley. It's recorded, mixed, and produced by producer. The Bumper Podcast features contributions from Aloysius J. Pig, Rufus T. Rufus, Doodle Poodle, Robot, Trunks, and a gaggle of other silly rascals. Our head talker is probably Natty Bumpercar. We also have an absurd newsletter. Check it out and subscribe at nattybumpercar.com/subscribe. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Natty Bumpercar. Hugs and hearts. See you soon.
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.